What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Classic WoW video. So ever since I came back to Classic WoW from playing retail, I've been playing both Wrath and also Vanilla on Classic Era, and today I want to do something kind of interesting. I want to use the Census Plus add-on, which is scanning the population while I'm playing, and I want to check out the population of the current Classic Era servers and compare them to the WOTLK Classic servers. So for the purpose of this particular project and this video, I am using the highest population PvE server on Classic Era, because it seems like right now most people are playing on PvE servers on Classic Era, and I am comparing that to the most popular PvE server on WOTLK Classic as well. For my region, aka Europe, that is going to be Hydraction Waterlords for Classic Era, and Pyrewood Village for Wrath of the Lich King. So let's dive into it and check out exactly how many players are playing Classic Era compared to WOTLK Classic, and this will probably give you some kind of idea of how popular both the servers are, or both versions of the game are. So let's get into it. I've been playing both of these versions lately, and I've been doing some scans in the background. Now first of all, I want to take you guys through the Classic Era server scans. So for Classic Era, the Hydraction Waterlords, we have some numbers to look at here, and you can see there's currently 2,869 players online, and I did both these scans in the evening time to reduce any kind of weird individual mistakes that could have been happening during the time of the scans. I wanted to do them at the same time, and I did them both on a weekday as well. So on a regular weekday, in the evening time, I did both scans, and here we can see the player numbers, and we can also see the diversity between each level. So first of all, for Classic Era, you can see a bunch of people are in the low levels because this is the hardcore server, so a lot of people are, for example, dying at level 30, then they have to restart and go back to level 1 again. So you can see a lot of action going on between level 1 and 30, for example, and when you go past 30, you see a lot less activity until you get to level 60, at which point you see a small spike in population once again. That being said, the total character number is 2,869 during the time of this scan, and once again I did a similar scan on WOTLK Classic servers at roughly the same time to check out how popular they were, so here we go, let's check those out as well. Okay, so the first thing we can notice here is that the current version for Census Plus is only scanning from level 70 to level 80, and that is probably because there's way too many people below level 70 to even bother to do that scan. It does take some process in the background doing these scans, so every now and then it won't scan below level 70, but I have done some scans in the past that we can take a look at afterwards. That being said, from level 70 to level 80 on the current Pyrewood Village, which is the highest populated EU PvE server for WOTLK Classic, we can see 2,564 people online, and you can see the scan was done at 6:27, so 6 PM, well, from 6 PM to 6:30 PM basically, on a regular weekday, so there should have been people raiding at this time, people are preparing for raids at this time, and people have definitely come home from work during this time, and 6:30 PM is roughly like when you would expect there to be most people online on the server at the same time, especially like outside of people that are just raid logging, but even here you can see 82.5% are max level. That means that only 17.5% are in the leveling process. That is probably not a bad thing. Most people are playing WOTLK Classic for the endgame content anyway right now, which definitely makes sense, but you can also see some people are in the level 17 to level 79 bracket. Now this doesn't give us the full picture, there's definitely some people leveling, but if you have been playing WOTLK Classic servers lately, you know for a fact that there's not a lot of people between level 1 and level 69. There's a bunch of bots that are that level, sure, but like in terms of real players, there's not too many people in those level brackets. And to further that statement, I did a scan back quite a while ago now when the population was way higher, but this gives us a kind of indication of how many people are below certain level points. So according to this scan was at the peak of WOTLK Classic, by the way. You can see 10,856 players online online, which is like 5 times as many as there currently was today, or 4 to 5 times as many. And here you can see level 53, 37 people, so 0.3% are level 53, and you can see this number just goes down and down and down the further down in the levels we go, and there's very few players at these level brackets. Now we have to remember this is like 4 times as many people, so right now there will be like 10 people maximum at each level bracket currently according to these metrics. So if there's 10 people at every level from level 1 to level 60, we can add roughly 500 to 600 people to this scan, and that would give us a total of about 2,600 players, right, for WOTLK Classic, or well 3,000 in this case because we have 2,564. That is very close to the current population of the Classic Era servers, so that kind of tells you that Classic Era and WOTLK Classic aren't actually that far apart when it comes to server population. Now sure, if you're playing on like the big servers, like I can think of Gehennas for example, or Firemaw as well, those big PvP servers for WOTLK Classic, they are going to be really popular, but for this case I wanted to compare PvE server against PvE server because that just makes sense. So Parwood Village, the highest populated PvE server in Europe, compared to Hydraction Waterlords, the highest PvE server on Classic Era, they are very, very similar. Now there are a couple of reasons why I wanted to make this video. Now first of all, I wanted to see exactly how popular Classic Era was compared to WOTLK Classic servers, because when I'm playing on Classic Era, it really feels very popular. And when I make some Classic Era videos, a couple of people seem to comment like that Classic Era is dead, or nobody's playing vanilla, why would I play there? And I wanted to do these scans to compare vanilla, aka Classic Era servers, to the current WOTLK Classic servers that people are hyping up so much. And I get it, like I play both versions myself, I really enjoy both versions, but when it comes to leveling up, I think Classic Era is just superior right now, because there's more people in each level bracket. When it comes to WOTLK Classic, it's perfect for Wrath. It makes sense for raiding, for example. Raiding is fun, endgame is fun, but that's the keyword here, endgame is fun, but the community itself, like if you just want to play the game on a casual level, I think maybe Classic Era, it's more my thing at least, and based on my own experiences playing on Classic Era, I wanted to give it a reference point as to how popular those era realms currently are, and it kind of makes me think we should be getting some kind of either Classic Fresh or Season of Mastery soon. If Classic Era is currently as popular as some WOTLK Classic servers are, then that definitely tells you that they are popular. People want to play vanilla WoW, and they just keep going every single week. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't get some official restart servers, some fresh Classic servers, or a brand new Season of Mastery. I don't really know what I'm hoping for here, but I would love to see both. Maybe a fresh Classic server would be further down the line and Season of Mastery 2 would come out first, but either way I wanted to show you guys the population of both servers, and I want to ask you guys to leave a comment down below telling me if you're playing on WOTLK Classic right now, Classic Era, or both, or none of them. Let me know in the comment section down below. Kind of a fun video for today, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, press that like button for the algorithm, subscribe for more Classic WoW content, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.